Hi student, welcome to my channel. First of all, happy Dasara to everybody. God bless you. In my channel we provide the in-depth knowledge of different programming languages like C, C++, Java, Python, which differentiate you with others. In our series of simple pointers, today we are going to discuss another question. I am getting a good response from your side. Everybody is liking all the pointer series, and I got n number of mails, phone calls from the students. Sir, really we are enjoying and able to understand how pointers are working in C language. So in that series, let's move one step ahead. Today we are going to discuss another question, that is about pointers. So let's start, try to concentrate. Now here we are having one main function in which we are defining or declaring one array of type float a equal to 13.25, 1.5, 2.5, 6.5 and 3.5. So we are initializing 5 elements to this array A whose type is float. Next line, when we are declaring float asterisk j comma asterisk k, what is j and k? J and k are the pointer to a float. What does it means कि j एक ऐसा पॉइंटर है जिसके अंदर क्या स्टोर होगा, एक एड्रेस, और उस एड्रेस पे किस टाइप का वेरिएबल होगा, फ्लोट टाइप का वेरिएबल होगा. तो व्हाट इज जे एंड के आर द पॉइंटर टू अ फ्लोट. Then when we are writing j is equal to a, what is a here? A is an array. What is array? Array is a variable which can store multiple value at same point of time. So when I try to write j is equal to a, name of the array gives the base address of the array, or you can say name of the array gives the base address of the 0th element of the array. If we talk specifically, name of the array gives the base address of the 0th element of the array. Here in float one dimension array, 0th element is a float. Means if we are saying a gives the base address of 13.25, 13.25 is what? Float. Now if you want to store the address of a float variable, you have to declare a pointer of a type float. So what is j? J is a pointer to a float. So j will start pointing to 13.25 and a is already pointing to 13.25. Then when we write k is equal to a plus 4, no issues. We are trying to store the 4th element array to k. 4th element array in a float array will be float only because it's a collection of similar data type. So we are trying to store the address of a 4th element of the array. 4th element is a float, so it must be stored in a float pointer. So what is k here? K is a float pointer. So k is equal to a plus 4, no issues. Address of 4th element of that array a will be stored in k. Why? Because name of the array is a, and if I add a plus 4, the increment depend upon the type of the pointer. Means whenever a pointer is incremented, it always points to the next location of its type. तो ये किस टाइप का पॉइंटर है? फ्लोट टाइप का पॉइंटर है. तो कितने बाइट्स इंक्रीमेंट होंगे? +4, +4, +4 and +4, because size of float is 4 bytes. Now problem comes when I try to write j is equal to j into 2 and k equal to k divided by 2. So as you write j is equal to j into 2 or k is equal to k divided by 2, I will get an error, invalid operands to binary asterisk, and next line invalid operands to binary slash. Means compiler will not allow to multiply or divide a pointer. Means we can only add and subtract. These are the only two arithmetic operations that we have already discussed in our previous class. I have already uploaded one video, arithmetic operations that can be performed on pointers. You go and watch it out. Means we can only perform two operations with the pointers. One is addition and second one is subtraction. Now here we are trying to perform multiplication and division that compiler doesn't allow and give us an error, invalid operands to binary asterisk, and second error, invalid operands to binary slash. So printf percentage value at j and value at k will not execute. Why? Because at the compile time you will get an error. The moral of the story is, means we can only perform two operations with the pointers, either addition or subtraction. Other than these two operations, if we try to perform with the pointers, so compiler will flash an error, or you can say compiler will not allow to perform the operation with the pointers. Now why it is not allowing, that is some different issue. Getting my point? So this is how this thing is working. Go and please watch it. If any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. I will try to reply within 24 hours. Now let's discuss what we have already discussed. Here j and k is declared as a pointer variable, no doubt, which would contain the address of a float, no doubt. In other words, j and k are float pointers. To begin with, the base address of the array A is stored in j. The next statement is perfectly acceptable. The address of the fourth float from the base address is stored in k. That we have already discussed. Here we are trying to store the base address of the 0th element of the array, and here we are trying to store the base address of the 4th element of the array. In these two statements there is no error. Fine. The next two statements are erroneous. This is because the only operation that can be performed on pointers are addition and subtraction. Multiplication and division is not allowed, hence we get an error message. What error message? Invalid operands to binary asterisk and invalid operands to binary slash. So go through this. If any doubt, you can ask me. So moral of the story is, we can only perform two operations with pointers. One is addition and second one is subtraction. Other than these two operations, if we try to perform with pointers, the compiler will not allow us. That is why here we are getting an error when we try to multiply or divide a pointer, which is not allowed in C language. So I think we should stop here. If you like the content of this channel, please like, share and subscribe as much you can. It motivates us. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Once again, happy Dashera.